What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. NBA DFS video. It is February 10th. It is Monday. We're into baseball season, everybody. NFL is done. Hopefully you guys had a great Super Bowl. Let me know some of your bets that you had. We put some bets into the Discord. We had discussions. Some of us won some money. I hit some bets. As bad as the Super Bowl as it was, you know, I'm not a Chiefs fan, but it just wasn't a competitive football game, which we thought it would be. I hit the DeAndre Hopkins touchdown. I hit the anytime Jalen Hurts touchdown. I hit the anytime Worthy touchdown and the anytime Devonta Smith touchdown as well. So we had some fun. It's just the commercials kind of stunk. The game wasn't too good. Let me know your thoughts on the Super Bowl halftime. I guess probably if you don't know the history of that "He Who Shall Not Be Named" song, probably didn't understand. Like, Kendrick Lamar is great. Like, I think he won 7 Grammys. I don't know if it translated to a Super Bowl halftime show. It's funny watching comments on Facebook of people who do not enjoy it. But let me know what your guys' thoughts on the Super Bowl was. Philly, obviously, huge. I haven't seen how many people died or how much destruction they did in the streets of Philly last night, but probably at least one death, I would assume. But it was a good game otherwise. Like, we won money DFS-wise. We are now turning the page. It is baseball season, technically. Pitchers and catchers report this week. We're having some fun. So NFL is done. We've got NBA this week. We got PGA this week. We got MMA this week. And Sunday is Daytona 500. We've got NASCAR this week. So if you've never been to the channel before, you are in for a treat. Here's what we do. Anytime we have a minimum of 5 games on the slate, we give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. They're early projections. We've already done 10,000 simulations, so we're going to give you some of the projection ranges that we have. I usually say with as many game time decision and people that are out, choices so far today or the part of the season that we are in, check the website, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. About an hour to an hour and a half before tip-off, that is when we've updated our simulations, our projections, our cheat sheet, the Vegas odds, everything is updated there. So if you guys have any questions, definitely let us know. But we are very excited. I do believe that with the NBA season, we've got this week of NBA, and then we've got Sunday is the All-Star game. So it's an All-Star break. So we've got up until this Thursday for games, I believe. So we'll definitely pay attention, and we'll look at all of the games this week. We'll have some fun. So we try to have giveaways every single video, and no exception today. So here's what we're going to do. Anytime we have at least 50 likes on the video, you will have a chance to win. So here's how to win. Like the video, be a subscriber, and leave a comment on the video. You have to leave a comment on the video. If this video gets at least 50 likes, you'll have a chance at a free week of FTA Plus. That is a week of all sports, not just NBA. 100 likes on the video is a chance at a free month. 150 likes, a free year. 200 or more likes on the video, a chance at a $500 lifetime pass. Second way to win, somewhere in this video there'll be a keyword or key phrase. Make sure you get that into your comment and have another second chance to win a free week of FTA Plus. Also, it is $10 for a week, $100 or $30 for a month, $200 for a year. But if you use the promo code MLB is back, all one word, all capital letters, you will get a year for $99. Get $100 off while supplies last. And that is that. So we are going to see who the 2 winners of yesterday's video are. Or, well, 1 winner. We did not hit 50 likes, which was very surprising for a Sunday. But there's only 3 games, and everyone was focused on the Super Bowl. So I'm going to roll this, and it's only for the keyword right here. That is it. So the keyword, Brian Tate, congratulations. Key phrase was mom's basement. Congratulations to you, Brian. Just email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com, so I know you watched this video, and we will get you on your way. So at the end of this video, we're going to build you a DraftKings lineup, a FanDuel lineup, and a Yahoo lineup as well. So that's what I want to do. I want to rock and roll. I want to get going. And I want to have some fun while we're at it. So strategy-wise, here's how we kind of break down the strategies. Here's what we look at. And here's how we try to give some advice outside of just projection. So you want to look at pace of play. You want to look at time of possessions. You want to look at the spread. You want to look at the Vegas odds. All of those obviously make a ton of sense. If we look at the Vegas odds right now, the highest over-under is 235.5. Spurs, Washington. It is a 11.5 point spread. We do have OKC versus New Orleans with a 14.5 point spread. So this is where I'll tell you, be very cautious with what you're doing, because like if you pay up for SGA and they go up huge and he doesn't get the value that we need, probably sitting. Now again, we saw this the other day with double-digit spreads, and it just they didn't cover, but we got the points we need, like Jordan Poole, which back to the well with Jordan Poole again here. If you want to look at implied team totals, that is huge. That is where you're looking at the teams that are expected to score the most. OKC at 124.4. You got San Antonio at 122.72. You got the Lakers at 122.37. You've got Utah at 120.13. Golden State at 118.35. So there are a ton of spreads that we want to look at. There's a ton of implied team totals as well that we need to use. We need to look at, and we need to try to build a fantastic lineup for you. So that's what we're going to do for DraftKings, FanDuel, and Yahoo as well. So that being said, we do have a ton of people that are questionable. We're still waiting on news, which will open up value throughout the day. Whether or not that opens up value right now or down the road, we don't know. So we're looking at that. Point guard, right at the top, SGA, about 52 to 55. LaMelo Ball is questionable, about 50. Now, if he is actually out, that'll open up a ton of value for Charlotte. Trae Young is questionable, but that should open up some value if he is out as well. So we're looking at about 48 to 50 range for him. If we go down the list and go mid-tier here, at point guard position, Jordan Poole or Tyler Hero, 39 fantasy points. Darius Garland, 37. Jordan Poole, about 37 to 40 fantasy points there. And then looking at some value. Now, when I'm looking at value, I'm looking at 5K or below, around 5 times value. So minimum that you basically to like cash, you're 5.5 is the bare minimum, but you're more looking like your entire lineup needs to give out 7 to 7.5 times value. So value plays here that we would look at, depending if we want to go a little bit lower, come down to the 5K range-ish. Carlton Carrington, if he gets the run that he should, because they'll be playing from behind, 26 to 30 fantasy points. Castle against Washington, 26 to 30 as well. You've got Jose Alvarado against New Orleans, playing from behind so much, or against OKC, about 23 to 25. Then if we go to shooting guard, we look at that. You've got Max Christie, questionable tag there. We've got Anthony Edwards, though. Questionable tag if he plays. I do like him 47 to 50 range. De'Aaron Fox against Washington. The only problem is if he doesn't get the points that we need, I think he'll be benched after they get up so big, if it follows what they think it's going to. About 41 to 44. Trey Murphy III, about 40 to 43. Mid-tier we're looking at, and when I say mid-tier, I'm looking at about 8K or below. And you can see it basically starts here. We're looking at about CJ McCollum, 35 to 40 fantasy points. Derek White, looking about 33 fantasy points. Brandon Podziemski, I do like him, especially if Curry is out. 30 to 35 fantasy points, and he's a huge value, over 6 times value right now because he's under 5K. And then we go down and we find the lower end guys that we're trying to look for. Lou Dort, right around 24 to 28. Terry Rozier, about 23 to 25. Zaire Williams against Charlotte, about 23 to 25 as well. Moving to the small forward, we've got Jason Tatum at the top here. Questionable tag, though. Price is 10K. We have not used him much this year. He really hasn't hit the value that we needed. For 10K, basically you need 60 plus. I mean, he hit it here, but it's not been huge. We've got him currently projected 48 to 52. Franz Wagner about 43 to 45. You got Jalen Williams right here, 7,900. Do not follow this. This offensive rank or opponent rank is not DVP. People do think that. We're looking at Williams about 41 to 44. Mid-tier, Jimmy Butler for Golden State. I would love Jimmy Butler even more if Curry was ruled out. We got 36 to 40 range. We got Michael Porter Jr., who is questionable, but 35 to 40. And DeMar DeRozan about 35 to 40 as well. Then we try to find some value. Max Strus here about 23 to 25. Nickeil Alexander-Walker about 23 to 25. And Najee Marshall against Sacramento, 24th DVP, about 23 to 26 range down below. You can find a lot of value here. Strother, Strus, Marshall, Zaire Williams, Krejci, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. It just depends on if you're using them in different positions. Then we look at power forward. Now, with the power forward, this is key. Giannis already out. Going to open up value. Bobby Portis, it's going to open up other value. You got Anthony Davis, who we've already talked about, who I said was softer than baby shit. And that's basically what we're looking at, because Lakers won that trade. He got hurt. He is continuously hurt, always hurt, and that's the key. It's wild that it's not wild that he got hurt. It's just wild that they traded for him, traded Luka for him, and he played one game, I think, maybe two, maybe four. Yeah, I mean, come on. And 8 here, 64, then got hurt, played 31 minutes. It's just wild. It was expected. But that does open up that opens up value at power forward for Dallas. But if we're looking here at the top, you're looking at just all of these guys. And depending if you want to go with it, but Banchero, I've got Banchero right around 42 to 45. We got Bobby Portis with Giannis being out, whether or not you want to use a power forward or center. Got Bobby Portis, 30th DVP, so a fantastic matchup for him. About 42 to 45 fantasy points, especially at 6,300. You got Zion Williamson against OKC, 42 to 45. Then we look at some of the value or mid-tier picks here. We've got Miles Bridges against Brooklyn, 38 to 42. Naz Reid against Cleveland, 22nd DVP, 38 to 42 as well. And then we've got Draymond Green. Now, I like Draymond if Steph is out. It's all contingent whether he'll be out or not. 34 to 36 fantasy points. Then we come down here to 5K or below. So with 5K or below, what kind of value are we looking for? Aaron Wiggins against New Orleans, especially if they're playing from behind and he gets those extra minutes, some garbage time. About 26 to 28 fantasy points, and I don't mind that at 5K. We've got Nikola Jovic here. Now, I don't know. He's questionable. I don't know if he's going to get in there or not. That's the problem. Let's see if he's questionable or he is probable. So we're good to go there. With his price, he is 5,300, like 26 to 30 fantasy point range. And then DeAndre Hunter against Minnesota, 6 DVP, about 24 to 28 fantasy points. Then we get down to the value plays. Mr. Champagne here against San Antonio, playing from behind. I do like that. 29 DVP, so a fantastic DVP. Looking about 24 to 28. Al Horford about 23 to 25. Harrison Barnes against Washington. If he gets some run, maybe he gets to play if they put up too many. Looking about 22 to 25 fantasy points. Then we've got the center position. Jokic is at the top. We know that. 23rd DVP, but he is very expensive. He's 12,700. He did not hit value. I mean, with 12,000, you need 75 plus minimum. Now, we know that he got 83. He got a 99 burger this year. We get that. But it's paying up a lot. So you might be able to pay up a lot for him if more value opens up. And again, value will open up throughout the day. Got him projected right around 62 to 65, which at this price might not be enough, at least on DraftKings. We got Wemby here against Washington, 30th DVP. The problem is if they go up too big, I think they sit him. We got him projected right now about 57 to 62. We got Sabonis against Dallas, 24th DVP, 48 to 52. I would not be surprised if If all of the other people are out for Dallas, all the bigs, and we look at Sabonis, he could see 60 plus. He's not projected that early in 10,000 simulations. Mid-tier for center position, Daniel Gafford, 39-42. Kristaps Porzingis against Miami, 37-40. DeAndre Ayton, 37-40 as well. And then if you are going to pay down and look for some sort of value down here at the center position, we could look at Raquan Holmes, about 28-32, which is great at under 5K. You've got Wendell Carter Jr., 4,600 against Atlanta. Not the best matchup for him, 7th DVP, but about 25-28. And then we could look at Darren Sharp against Charlotte, 19th DVP, 23-26 fantasy point range. Early. Now, these are early projections. Again, this afternoon, go check out the website, fantasyteamadvice.com. Check out our chalk, our simulations for both FanDuel and DraftKings, our projections, and our cheat sheet as well. The cheat sheet has some optimal lineups for you as well. So that being said, we are going to build a DraftKings lineup now, a FanDuel lineup, and then a Yahoo lineup. Not a ton. The Yahoo, the pricing is still a little bit weird. So we do build these lineups for tournaments. They are tournament-based lineups, and usually they change a little bit because, again, it's early. We don't know who's going to be in or out. We have so many people questionable game time decision. You really never know. We are going to build one. As of the moment, if Curry is out, Podziemski, I love Podziemski here. Love him as a more of a value play under 5K. I love that. Kuzma, they still have his price weird. Like his price last game was 3,800. He almost went up for 10 times value. He was the obvious pick. We used him. We talked about him. They bumped his price up. But yeah, I don't know why he was so low. Maybe they thought he was coming off the bench. I really don't know. Kuzma with Giannis being out, I mean, Kuzma and Bobby Portis are probably my two favorite plays for Milwaukee with Giannis being out. So it's wild. But again, build at your own risk. These are great starting points. That's a pretty decent lineup early with value. Couple of Golden State guys, couple of Minnesota guys. I like this couple of Milwaukee. I'm entering that one in right now. Already have the FanDuel one if you want to pause it and look. We got Chris Paul all the way down to Rudy Gobert, Draymond Green, John Collins. You can check this out. Pause the video for the Yahoo right here. Again, Chris Paul. We got Castle, who's a huge value that I think Podziemski's a huge value. Lou Dort, all of those we paid down for. But then we paid it for Gobert. We paid it for Bobby Portis. Koulibaly even a little bit. And then you see Kyle Kuzma is a higher price guy on here. That's the thing. DraftKings was the only one that had Kuzma that far down, under 4K, under that value, and then he absolutely popped. And that's exactly what we need. So yeah, hopefully we have a great Monday. We have a ton of sports coming your way this week. Like I said, NBA this week until the All-Star break. We've got PGA this week, Genesis Invitational on, I believe, Thursday. I think it's the Genesis. Yeah. We've got the Daytona 500 on Sunday. We've got MMA on Saturday. We've got it all for you. So if you have not checked us out yet, go check out fantasyteamadvice.com for $10 for a week. Watching this entire video, clicking on the ads, helps out more than you would know, helps out that algorithm. That's what I've got. Let's have a great Monday. Hopefully, some of you might be hungover right now. Some of you might be off work due to taking it off for the Super Bowl. Let me know how you guys' Sunday went. Let me know how you did DFS-wise. And hopefully you had a great Saturday with MMA, and we are looking forward to it this week as well. So that's what I've got in this video. Actually, you know what? I forgot the keyword. The keyword today, let's just do Monday. Let's make it easy. Monday. That's what I've got. Good luck today, and as always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace.